Hi friends, it's Julia. I'm here with 31 days of scrapbooking in December, where I'm making a layout every day throughout the month of December, and they're all Christmas themed. I am pulling photos from Christmas past and using stash, that new and old stash, to create layouts. This one is primarily all scraps. I had added in quite a few scraps to my stash to build up the kit, if you will, just to add some additional elements. And so here, this one has all these strips of paper, and my thought process is to use scraps. And then it's got all of these stars here and up here. So I added in a ton of scraps. And oh wait, this is an Allison Davis for Scrapbook Generation sketch. Now, these are a few of the things that I have added in. My title, Oh Christmas Tree, and I've pulled that sticker. As far as stickers go, that's pretty much it. I did go through my scrap stash and I found these glitter pieces to create some more stars, because the inspiration had tons of all different size stars, and I think I need to bump up just a little bit. The photo is, it's a two photo sketch, but I'm only going to use one, and it is a photo of my Christmas tree at night with the lights on. And so it's pretty golden. The walls in my living room are darker than tan, but they give off a golden glow in this photo, and that's okay. I had thought about maybe using silver stars instead, but because I have these already, and all the white twinkle lights on my tree give that representation, I thought, why not give it a shot? We'll see what comes out. So I pulled in all of these scraps from my scrap bag that I have. I'm just going to pull it up here. When I first added it in, it was completely and utterly full of all these different size scraps. And so you can see all of these over here are what I consider border scraps, and then these can be cut down for whatever. And they're all different collections added in. SCI, Echo Park, Cartabella, yeah, any number of collections are in there. I don't really keep up with them once they are in that bag. So anywho, I do have this sentiment on the layout, and it says Merry Christmas. I haven't made up my mind if I'm going to leave that or cover it with stars and scraps, but we'll see as I go along, see what I can create. Yeah, so I am going to punch out some more stars with these scraps in different sizes, and yeah, I'll be back in just a few minutes. I'll give you a close-up of the sketch that I'm going to create with, and then I'm going to work on this sketch. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute. Okay friends, I'm back. I have to show you what I have left over. These are all the bits of pattern paper that I cut off, my strips of paper. The one with the scallops on it I did not use, but all of these others I used a portion of, and I have some stars left over, believe it or not. I used a ton of stars on this layout. So here where all the strips of paper were where I used these strips, and then I used the stars that I had added into my kit here, as well as here. Now this was a 2 photo sketch, and I turned it into a 1 photo sketch, or 1 photo layout. So here we go. This is my layout. Loving how this one came out. And I know those stars are shining completely, but you can see I have all those strips of paper cut down to 7 inches here. And I took that sticker piece that I had and just put it here. Used this as a portion of my title, the Merry Christmas, and then put Oh Christmas Tree up here in this corner with more of those stars. And I just went through some of those stars. I added up on foam adhesive so they stood up a little bit more. Others I just used glue. So I love how this turned out, and my journaling reflects that, and it just says, we love our Christmas tree, the sparkle and shine are brilliant. And as are these very reflective stars on this side. Anyway, I hope this inspired you guys to get into your stash. Pull out maybe a punch or a set of dies and cut up a similar embellishment type out of your scraps and create a layout with it. This is really fun, and really it is an effort of using up scraps. I told you ever so often I will go through the scraps that I have with my Christmas supplies and just pull out punches and punch dozens and dozens of shapes. And stars happen to be one that I punched at some point, and I had a ton of them in my stash. I have fewer. I did punch out a few other scraps that I went into my scrap stash and pulled out, and I pulled out all the glitter and then the holographic stars that are the holographic paper scraps that I had in my stash, and cut out some of those into star shapes. And so you can see those there. And I really, really like how this turned out. I think the stars just add so much sparkle to the page. I would have loved to have done it with a layout that maybe didn't have quite the warm tone to it, that maybe had a cooler tone. But overall, I'm not sad with how this turned out. So I encourage you, get into your stash, get your dies out, play with something, just play with whatever you have in your stash. Anyway, make sure stay tuned. I will have another layout tomorrow, as the rest of the month. I'm working on a layout every day throughout the month of December, and each one will be Christmas themed. Anyway, I will be back tomorrow with another layout. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye. Oh, and don't forget the close-ups at the end.